Hi, everybody. Welcome to Loveology and welcome to your reading. Thank you for clicking on this video. So let's get into your messages and see what the guidance is for right now. Let's channel the messages and see what Spirit wants you to know. And as always, never give up your power to a reading or to a reader. I always forget to say that, and I'm trying to remember to say that more often because it's important for you to use your own highest intuition and your own guidance as you're watching this. Okay, so let's see what energy is out on the table here. Somebody knows that they made a huge mistake and they feel badly for the way they treated you. They're saying that you didn't deserve that. And also they're saying, I know it may be too late by the time I figure things out. But it feels like they are figuring it out. From the top of the deck, you guys are having like this kind of telepathic transmission. At least they are with you. They can still feel you. They're saying, I can still feel you. They're working towards a better future. I can't ignore the signs I'm receiving any longer. That's the universe stepping in. So they're being reminded of you. And they still feel you. It all comes down to timing. So maybe there was critical timing, you know, and they may have been telling you it's not the right time. Or it's somebody that almost has to have perfection, like everything has to be lined up in order for them to maybe do the right thing. They treated you badly, so now they're regretting that. Yeah, when I open up the deck, I see forgiveness and I see difficulties here. Lots of purple flowers, purple hyacinth and spring recitharon. Interesting, pink and purple. So this was a challenging relationship for you. And this person definitely is wondering if you can forgive them for the mistakes that they made, for the way that they treated you. Cockspur here with movement. So something's changed here. The winds of change have come in. It could be that you've moved away or you feel very far away from them, but yet they still feel you because they're being reminded of you all the time. And they are putting in the work with regards to something in their life to make changes. They're working towards a better future. And we have family before I cut the deck here with generations. Could be somebody that you have a family with or that you really felt that that was possible. It's also the energy of a loved one who's crossed over that's coming in. So you may intuitively know who that person is. It has a kind of grandmother energy, but you may know who that is. It could also be for them as well. So there's like very spiritual guidance around your connection. We have network with the stag there. And this is reminding me of Pluto in Aquarius. Aquarius is networks of people, larger collective of people. And it's Taurus season. So it's earth energy with the stag or the deer. Somebody who is taking leadership in their own life. And it's also this Uranus that moved into Gemini, networking, communicating. So somebody is really trying to branch out here. And I feel like that's connected to this person working towards a better future. The stags, because they have the antlers, you know, that's sort of the connection to the heavens, to their crown chakra. And we saw the energy of a loved one or someone in the spiritual realm, a spirit guide that's coming in. So this person, I feel that they are busy at work around something. I feel that they are focused right now. Whatever happened between you guys, I feel it was a catalyst for them to maybe have to get their act together in a certain way. So they're busy. We got the energy of love. It's very simple. There's a lot of love here. You may really love this person or you did love this person. Jasmine is coming in. That could be a significant flower for you. And it's also that they love you. I can still feel you. They can still feel your love. Literally, like literally, okay? It's crazy. So with that, we have perseverance, and that's coming out with that I'm working towards a better future. And you can see how choppy the water is, and the ship is like in the middle of a storm. So this person's life has not been easy. And that may have been kind of happening while you were together. They were experiencing a lot of difficulties. And even since you've been gone, or if you've taken a break, or even if you're still together, this person is navigating through some very choppy waters. And it's also emotional. We have the anemone, like the sea anemone. I love the purple flower and the purple sails because, again, that's connected to the crown chakra and the third eye. So it's like they're not trying not to lose sight, and they may be in a big emotional storm over you. Like they're in their feelings over you because it's watery. Could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. Let's get one more from this deck. We have undertaking here, and this is where it kind of lightens up. It's very yellow. And the undertaking card is with daffodils, like the beginning of spring, positivity, like looking on the bright side of things. But the undertaking means that a success. It's a card of success, that whatever you're working on and even what they're working on, that it will be a success. It's a number 13 card. And that to me talks about the energy of death, like in the tarot. So it feels like something has ended and there's like a new cycle that this person is hoping. There's a lot of hope here that they can begin with you. And it could even be here because we're seeing like a town or a village. Somebody wants to like move. They want to move in with you. They want to be a part of your community. The family structure is really something that is important. And the network, right? So I feel it's like this person loves you and wants to be with you and wants to have forgiveness from you. They really regret what happened, and they're understanding that it may be too late. And it feels like they're trying to build something. They're trying to make something, other things even, right in their life before they come back to you. And it feels like a huge undertaking to them, but this person is up for the challenge right now. Maybe they weren't in the past. They could have lacked the willpower. They could have lacked the courage. Maybe they were lacking the resources, the energy, the time. But this is what's changed. They're ready for the undertaking. I want to see what came after that. Karma. Wow. With a key. So I feel like it's like a key to a house, a key to your heart, a key to the village, a key to an office, a key to a new business. But this person, they feel, they're feeling not only the repercussions of what happened with you, whatever they did to you and inside of your connection, they're feeling the consequences of that. But more so, they're understanding it. Like they're understanding that their indiscretions or the way that they treated you, and even in other areas of their life, maybe, that it comes back to them. This is a number 1 card. So it comes back to themselves. I feel it's somebody who's ready to take responsibility. And I feel that they're already taking responsibility in some way, shape, or form. Like maybe they've been putting off trying to make amends with you because they're working on these other things that strengthen their, I don't know, like their chances of having your forgiveness. It's all linked in though. It's like the relationship with you, it links in even with their career and their vocation, their connections with larger groups of friends, even with family. So it's something that it feels all linked in. See this network? And it reminds me of like Pisces energy where everything is all one. It's all connected, Aquarius and Pisces, where everything is connected. And they're seeing that. So they've definitely gotten some type of karma or like cause and effect, if you will. And that has caused this person to really, really rethink. Yeah, they know that they were wrong. Injustice. They know they were wrong. And there's sunflowers here. And sunflowers represent like the sun, positivity, love, abundance, family, self-worth. It's a masculine energy. So they know that they tipped the scale too far in one direction and it was not good. So there was a huge imbalance, and underneath that was balance. The olive branch, they want to come to you and maybe even other people with an olive branch. So they're really seeking forgiveness, and they've had this huge self-realization. So they've climbed this big, or they're in the process of climbing this very narrow, steep hill. And that person's up there like almost with a giant torch with a victory. So that's what they are aiming towards. This is like their goal. I feel they've been setting goals for themselves. And look, we have the World card here with synchronicity and blue iris. Look, there's feathers, tarot cards, there's the moon. These are the signs that the universe, that the world is bringing to them. I can't ignore the signs any longer. They can't ignore the synchronicities. And yeah, there's an angel here, butterflies, feathers, tarot cards, the moon, and all of this energy. And that's like photon energy, like light. It's pure light. And I feel that that's what you brought to them, was light. You were a big catalyst. Your connection was a huge catalyst for this person to realize how imbalanced they were. There's like all kinds of money in here. And like this would be like the light, right? It would be love. It would be joy. It would be fun, family, all of that, connection. And they sacrificed maybe you or the connection for something else, for more mundane material things. They weren't able to balance something. They were blind to something. And I feel like this person, you know, maybe there was some trouble with the law, the justice system. And if it's not that, you know, it's that they've been shown, the universe has been showing them just how much they messed up. And I feel it's really been affecting them. So, wow, a lot from the Oracle cards right away. Like, I can't believe how much information we got from the Oracle. And what was underneath, I know it might be too late by the time I figure things out. They're saying, I will come back to you. So this person does want to come back to you because they really do love you. We have the King of Swords, and it's in the upright. So that's somebody that does have the truth. They do have clarity, and they're thinking. He has kind of like a sun and a moon on his shoulder. So that's a balance of masculine and feminine, a balance of day and night, light and shadow. So this person may be feeling more optimistic right now. And I want to say, I hope that you enjoy this stone. It's a fairy stone, and it's sort of like creating a beautiful portal inside of this reading. So please remember to like, share, subscribe if you haven't already. So I'm creating like a portal inside of this reading for you guys. And it's of love and light and purity. Okay. So we've got the King of Swords that just flew out. You really could be dealing with someone who has that kind of Aquarian nature where, you know, they're really, really smart. This is somebody very, very smart, but sometimes they can be distant. Sometimes they can be a bit cool, like not overly emotional. They may be thinking a lot, but they don't always reveal what they're thinking. And it's somebody that's not overly emotional. And it could be somebody that maybe even avoids their emotions. And with that, we have the Ten of Pentacles that's also in the upright. This person is very, very focused on what it would take to have a long-term, stable relationship with you, where there's equal giving and receiving, equal give and take. It's a true partnership. They see you as a true partner. They want to build a life with you. So that would include marriage and all of that. Three of Wands. So this is where it requires patience. Like they're waiting. They're waiting for like the perfect wave to come in. They're reevaluating. They're looking out kind of over the horizon. And they're thinking a lot. And I feel it's somebody, they're feeling optimistic. Even though they know it might be too late, they've kind of accepted that. But they're choosing optimism, especially with the daffodil coming there. This person, I like their energy. because like what the energy that they're in now, I don't know what they were like before. We could look at that, you know, if you want, but I like the energy that they're in now because they're ready for a huge undertaking of, you know, building long-term plans, wealth, generational wealth, family, and having that with somebody else and having it with you. So they're feeling optimistic, like they are persevering. Look what fell out here over the King of Swords. We have the Ten of Swords. I was saying I don't know what they're like before, and Spirit gave us an answer. So it's in the reverse. In the upright, somebody's like coming out of the Ten of Swords. This person was frozen. They were nowhere to be found. They were just completely frozen. And I feel they were completely disconnected. They betrayed you. For some of you, you haven't even heard from them. And this may sound surprising, you know, or like it's just hopium, you know, but this person could not face what they did, even though this is a very smart individual. They may have like genius tendencies, you know, they may be highly, highly intelligent. They knew what they did, but they could not face it. So they iced you out. They were like the Ice King, you know, they were an Ice King with you. And we have the Death card here. And it's the darker side of the Death card. Here's the rebirth, or the, you know, hope of a rebirth. So you may really feel like this is completely dead and gone. It's never coming back. And then, you know, that's your message if that feels aligned for you. And that's the 13. We're like, it's almost like the hopelessness. And I do feel that maybe they waver back and forth. Sometimes they feel like it's hopeless, even their own life, you know, that they're a hopeless lost cause. Like I'm kind of hearing that maybe when it comes to love. But now see, they're in this portion of the death energy where there's a light at the end of the tunnel and something will be reborn again. Like the grass is green and the sun is coming up. So this has been very heavy for you, very heavy for them. And I think that they really lost a lot of hope. And now it's coming back. So let's see what other cards fell out. We have the High Priestess in the reverse. Interesting energy. And that could be you. Like you're silent, you're not talking. They may be feeling very lost when it comes to what's going on with you. And it's funny to me because in this deck, you know, she's showing leg. Whereas here, she's completely covered in the upright. So I also feel this is the energy, something about you they're wondering about. Are you with somebody new? It's Pisces energy. So that's where there can be a lot of fantasy, you know, making up stories, fantasizing. And they're trying to read you. We saw that card with all the tarot cards. They may even be getting readings on you or going to a psychic about you. But I feel it's also something with fantasy. They're thinking about you because the High Priestess can be kind of celibate, but in this case, she wouldn't be. So they're fantasizing about you in that way, and they may be wondering if you're with somebody else. We have the Empress here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this person is totally in love with you. And the Empress is and she's in the upright. Like this is how they see you. Some of you have blonde hair, or maybe you've been thinking about going blonde or putting in highlights for the summer. I'm just seeing that. And yeah, it's the undertaking of having a connection with somebody like you. So they're seeing everything that you've brought into the relationship. They've gotten karma around this because ultimately they see you as an empress. And so it's where I feel that a lot of things fell apart for them. They may have even had to totally start rebuilding again. Their worth, their money, a home, a career, all of that. This person could have, you know, lost a lot of things. And Seven of Swords. See, I was feeling that. This was the betrayal, the lies, deception, and it's in the upright here. So this is where it's not in the reverse, somebody not willing to accept responsibility. It's in the upright, and that's the King of Swords. Like this person, they want to talk to you about that. They want to take responsibility, I don't see any action cards around them actually coming forward. It's all contemplation, but it's more than that. It's like with the King of Swords in the upright, like it's a planning. Three of Wands can be about planning. So I don't see them taking the action, but I see them planning. Look, we have the World card. Yeah. And it's in the upright as well. So this person is sort of maybe finalizing things right now. They're completing a chapter. They're finalizing things. They've learned a lot of these very, very hard karmic lessons. Saturn is definitely at play here. This person could be turning 28, 29, 30, or 57, 58, or 58, 59, 60. They could be in their first Saturn return, second Saturn return, or Saturn has been maturing them. Either way, they're having some big transit of Saturn in their natal chart. Something is transiting their Saturn and it's maturing them. It's refining them. They're realizing the big mistakes that they made, but they're also doing something about it. Saturn does make somebody take action, and they've been taking action around their life. And I feel they've been cleaning things up. This person is 100% accepting responsibility, even if they haven't communicated with you yet. And they love you. So whoever we're reading this for, this person wants to come back for you. Now, are you going to be there or not? When is this going to happen? When is it not? You know, like how long do you wait? Are you waiting? Are you not waiting? Those are all questions that you have to answer, you know, for yourself and that you know the answers to. So let's see what action this person's going to be taking. Spirit, show me the action this person's going to be taking. It could feel like your worlds apart, you know, and that they don't know what's going on with you necessarily, or they could see you living your best life. With the Empress being there and the High Priestess. Thank you, Spirit. Show me what action this person's going to be taking in the near future. Okay, they're saying to cut it right here. Before I cut the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles, moving very slowly, but having a plan. New bottom of the deck is the Six of Wands, which would be them kind of showing up and like showing you recognition, you know, and something maybe publicly even. It could be somebody that if they haven't followed you on a social media in a while or texted you something, like it's them like giving you some type of recognition. We have the Fool. This is somebody that's going to take a risk, and it progresses perfectly from the World to the Fool. So they're wrapping this up, and it's a 0 card. So it's like it could be happening right away. They're taking the risk. 5 of Cups. They don't want to be grieving this anymore. And I feel the guides are telling me they also want to give you closure. Like they're thinking about you feel like the way that you're feeling. They're actually thinking about your feelings. Maybe they didn't show you that before. So they're going to be taking a chance, taking a leap. The 5s indicate a need for change. There's a rainbow there, and there's the 2 cups that are right there. The Ace of Pentacles, yeah. This person is going to take action, and they're going to come to you with a solid offer. Tangible. The King of Cups. This person absolutely loves you. They really, really love you, and they want to show you. So now we have 2 kings. We're not dealing with knights. We're not dealing with pages. We're dealing with 2 kings here and an ace. So that's showing something that they're offering, something that's coming in. Scorpio energy, Aries energy, and we have the 2 of Wands here. So that's somebody that, let's clarify that. And the Judgment, beautiful. So I think it's about their strategy. The Two of Wands is where it's somebody that's like thinking, do I take this action or that action? You know, which action am I taking? And ultimately they're gonna come in true. They can't ignore the signs. That's the Judgment. I cannot ignore the signs that I'm receiving any longer. That's the Judgment card, because Spirit, the universe, is like throwing it in their face. It's everywhere they go. So it's a call that they cannot ignore. And that's a message for you. It might be also that you get the call and you're wondering if you should ignore it, you know, or you get the message or they show up and you're wondering if you should ignore them and maybe give them a taste of their own medicine. If you've already done that, you know, then that's also a sign. So this is a call that you can't ignore. And again, this is where your own discernment does come in, though, because sometimes the message isn't the message, it's your reaction to the message that's the message. But I feel for those of you that are resonating, they cannot ignore this calling anymore. And you can't either. So the Judgment is the finality to come forward, to make the choice. If they've been indecisive, wishy-washy, they don't know what to do. Some days they're just like, leave it alone. They don't want to hurt you again, but they want to offer you something solid. So I'm kind of curious about what that is. It's that Ace of Pentacles. You're their star. So it's like they're going to be reaching for you here. And we have the Strength in the reverse. So it's somebody that, you know, it's Leo energy. There could have been a lot of ego involved here. Their pride got in the way from coming forward. They could feel like you've had a glow up. You're doing really well. You don't need them. They're not good enough for you because of, you know, the way they treated you. And that could even be like, you know, they could have self-worth issues around love, around certain things in their life where maybe they never felt that they were good enough for you. Virgo with the Hermit coming in, you know, they went into hiding, but they were doing a lot of soul searching here and maturing and reevaluating and, you know, again, accepting the responsibility. And in the past, I feel it was somebody who was very immature and wouldn't accept responsibility. And maybe they would just jump off into the next best thing, you know? So, and then we have another king with the King of Wands there. And for some of you, this was like really, it was really painful. It was really hurtful. It was somebody that could never accept responsibility. I keep getting that. They would sabotage the connection, maybe even gaslighting you, telling you you were crazy, you know, if you would try to confront them. And it pierced right through the heart. And there's a cross around that. So there's some spiritual component to all of this. Maybe this person was raised very Catholic or Christian, or they are currently, or maybe you are. But it has that energy of sacrifice. And maybe you were doing a lot of that. And it could even be this person has sacrificed real love, because they don't think they're worthy, or because, excuse me, or because it doesn't look a certain way. It could be somebody that really, in the past, like they cared about what other people thought, or they wanted everything to be a certain way, be perfect, because it's a lot of king energy, and that can be very stubborn. Yeah. So, all right, let's get some closing messages. I feel like I don't have all of the answers. That's why I want to get a few closing messages here. Oh, we were going to look at the Ace of Pentacles because I feel like that could be helpful. Spirit, what's the Ace of Pentacles here? The Wheel of Fortune. Wow, they want to show you that something has changed. This person may be offering to take you on a trip. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, with the Wheel of Fortune, it could be like a trip around the world, someplace foreign. They may be moving or relocating to your area. If there was a distance between the two of you, they may be telling you that they're coming back. They're relocating. They may be offering you, if they owed you money or something happened and you somehow lost a home or money or something physical, a car, like they're paying you back. They're making reparations. Interesting. And the Knight of Swords. This Knight of Swords, he's like willing to go to battle. You know, he's taking down an enemy. So they're coming in, Gemini, Sag, they're coming in quickly. They're going to say what they mean and mean what they say. They're letting you know that they had victory over some type of an enemy, and the enemy could be within. So they've like conquered something. They've conquered a fear or a bad habit, or if there was other people involved in this, that's over. They're coming in like nothing's going to get in the way of this. Let's take a look at the Fool. Ten of Swords. Yeah. They know that they betrayed you big time, and they really want to start over. King of Swords, Ten of Swords, Ten of Swords twice with that King of Swords. So they're really, really hoping that it's not over. The Ten of Swords is the lesser arcana of death. Did you have to kill me that much? And see how there's somebody helping this person. Now they could be taking them to their burial site, but this person could be alive. They could be taking them for help. So yeah, they really want to revive this. They want to see if it's not too late. It might be too late. Five of Cups. But they don't want to repeat the same cycle again. Obviously. See, now oh my goodness, there's the page. I knew there was got to be a page in here somewhere. We've got the Page of Cups with the Page of Wands. They are afraid that you'll reject them. See how it looks like he's been rejected. He's had a conversation with her. Whatever happened, she sent him away. See here, the fish just jumped out of the cup. So they are afraid that, okay, that's the Five of Cups. It's almost like they're projecting it onto themselves. That's part of the King of Swords, Ten of Swords. Like, what if you reject them? How sad they'll be. They'll be grieving because you're their wish with the Two Cups and the rainbow and the butterflies. So they are really thinking about that. What if you reject them? But they're gonna contact you anyway. That's where they have to come in with courage. Now we've got Aries, Pisces, Libra. They're afraid of being left out in the cold. Something about you triggers their abandonment wounds a lot. And then these three fell out over here. Another page. So we had all these kings, and then the page is coming in. So they do want to give you an offer. They're burdened by this. Ten of Wands, heavily, you know, but they're going to send out the message. I definitely see that. And it's going to happen soon. Show me this King of Cups. Six of Swords. So we saw the Five of Swords before. They really do want to transition into a new phase of this connection. And it may even be where they do take you on a trip, or they're traveling, or they're moving. Maybe for you, there's going to be an offer for you to move, like with them. Show me the King of Cups again. I'm also hearing like the way that they didn't show up for you before, if they didn't have empathy with you, if they didn't show you compassion, if they didn't protect you, if they didn't show you that they loved you in a real way, that's what they're changing. Because they really may have left you out in the cold and abandoned you in a time where you really needed them. So that's the King of Cups coming in, is how they show you that they love you. Their love for you is as deep as the ocean. We have a whale there, a dolphin there. Two dolphins, another dolphin. We have the moon with like the light side and the night side. So they have emotional balance now. And steadiness. I feel like their cup is is full now. It wasn't before. Yeah, they want marriage with you. They want union with you. They want a home with you. That's what this King of Cups is thinking about. It really may require that one or both of you move. And it really may be letting go of all the stuff from the past, both for them and for you. Two of Wands here. Whoa. Two of Wands, see? They want to do it with you. Two of Wands clarifying the Two of Wands. So they want to do it with you. You are their world and they want to share it with you. They want to integrate your lives. Wow, what a clear message. Eight of Pentacles, they're willing to put in the work. And I feel this person has been very hard at work. They've been working on things. And the Hierophant, they want to marry you. They want a higher level commitment. They want to solidify it. Amazing. That's the Two of Wands. All right, Judgment. Taurus energy coming in now. Whoa, look at that. Judgment is the Ten of Pentacles. They want a family. They want, even if you're not going to have children, you know, maybe it's grandchildren if you already have children, you know, with each other or with other people. They want a full-on life with you. They want it all with you. That's the Judgment. You're their person. Let's see what flipped over here. Look, the World again. See, it's a total completion. It's like this person is really doing 180. All right, you guys. Yep, they miss you terribly. They're coming back to you. They really are. It's been such a heavy burden with them. And they're waiting. They are waiting. That's Temperance. But the wait is over. Because here in Temperance, the angel's like, okay, all right, we've got it together. We're emotionally stable. We're more stable in the physical world. Let me send out the dove. Sometimes God sends a dove. So those were your messages, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Sending you a whole lot of love. If you'd like to inquire about a personal with me, please send me an email. Link is in the description box. Mention this video and I will give you a special rate for the month of May or June. Okay, everybody, have a wonderful Mother's Day if you're watching this, to all the mama and grandmamas out there. I love you so much. Take care.